Alright guys, I want you to do something for me. Wherever you are, just for a moment, close your eyes and picture this. You walk into your office one morning just like any other day. The familiar scent of stale coffee hangs in the air. You've got your coffee in hand, you're mentally running through your to-do list, ready to start the day. The muscle memory of your routine is so ingrained, you barely even have to think about it. But then you get to your spot, and you stop. A cold knot tightens in your stomach because your desk is gone, not moved, not shifted, it's vanished. The space where you spent 8 hours a day, 5 days a week is now just empty floor, the indentations in the carpet like a fresh grave. You look for your nameplate, that little piece of plastic that staked your claim in this corporate world. It's gone. In a rising panic, you try your access card. Denied. You try again. Denied. That small plastic rectangle, your key to this building, to your livelihood, is now worthless. Why? What happened? You weren't fired, you didn't quit. There was no meeting, no email, no warning, because overnight, while you were sleeping, the company integrated a new AI system, a silent digital coup. This system doesn't just do your job, it has absorbed it, analyzing market trends, underwriting risk, and projecting earnings with an accuracy no human team could match. It does it faster, cheaper, and without ever needing a coffee break. You haven't been fired, you've been optimized out of existence, deleted, no warning, no conversation, no thank you for your years of service. Just a cold, deafening digital silence. Now open your eyes, because this isn't a scene from a science fiction movie. This isn't a hypothetical future. It's a reality that is unfolding right now, in the very heart of our global economy. Banks, from the legacy giants on Wall Street to the disruptive fintech startups in Silicon Valley, are in an arms race. They call it progress, disruption, financial inclusion. Corporations, insurance companies, entire industries are pivoting toward a new paradigm, digital lending, powered by artificial intelligence. On the surface, the promise is intoxicatingly seductive. It's a vision of a frictionless financial world. Algorithms, we are told, can now decide in milliseconds what used to take humans weeks, freeing capital and empowering a new generation. They decide who gets a loan to buy a house, who gets funding to start a business, who gets credit to fix their car. They decide who gets rejected, often without a clear reason, and perhaps most chillingly, they decide who never even gets considered in the first place, silently filtering people out of opportunities they never knew existed. At first it seems like progress, a perfect system. No more human bias, we're told. The algorithm doesn't care about your race, your gender, or your accent, it only sees data. But that's the sales pitch. What it really sees is data that is inherently historically human, reflecting decades of societal prejudices. No more delays, no more waiting for a loan officer to get back to you, decisions are instant, no more human error, no more misplaced paperwork or forgotten details, just pure, cold mathematical efficiency that can learn our old biases and apply them with ruthless, systematic precision. But here's the terrifying truth they don't put in the marketing brochures. What happens when the algorithm is wrong? What happens when the data itself is biased, a digital reflection of our own imperfect past? What happens when AI decides your future without a single human ever knowing your name, hearing your story, or looking you in the eye? Let's make this real. Imagine you're a small business owner. You've poured your life savings into your dream, but a sudden downturn means you need a bridge loan to make payroll, to keep your employees' families fed. You're desperate. Your family, your home, your employees' futures, your entire life's work, it all hangs in the balance. You fill out the online form, a sterile interface that asks for nothing of your story, uploading years of financial history, your business plan, your hopes, all distilled into data fields. You hit submit. And, in less than a second, an invisible, unfeeling algorithm scans your digital footprint. It doesn't see your passion or your grit, or the 80-hour weeks. It sees that you once paid a credit card bill 3 days late. It sees you live in a zip code that its historical data correlates with higher risk. It sees a statistical anomaly, and it says no explanation. Was it your credit score? Your zip code? The type of business you run? You'll never know. The system is a black box. No chance to argue. No opportunity to explain that the late payment was because of a family medical emergency, or that your neighborhood is on the upswing and full of potential. There is no human to appeal to. The customer service line traps you in an endless automated loop. The email address returns an automated reply. You are shouting into a digital void, unheard and unseen, just a cold, final digital rejection. Your dream dies, not with a bang, but with a single line of code. Now imagine this scenario scaled up millions of times a day, because it doesn't stop at lending. First, the loan officers vanish. Their ability to build relationships and understand a client's character becomes irrelevant. Then the bank managers vanish. Their judgment and discretion are replaced by rigid, automated rules. Soon, entire financial departments, underwriting, risk assessment, customer service are wiped out. Decades of human experience, intuition, and contextual understanding, gone. The wisdom to know when to bend a rule, the empathy to see potential beyond the numbers, all deemed inefficient and discarded, all replaced by code. By machines that never question their programming, never feel empathy for the person behind the application, and never understand the human context of a financial decision. But the scary part, the truly terrifying part, this isn't just about jobs. The loss of jobs is a symptom of a much deeper, more profound shift. It's about control. Think about it. If AI controls the flow of money, it controls the flow of opportunity. It becomes an invisible architect of our future. And if it controls who gets opportunity, who can buy a home, who can get an education, who can build a business, it fundamentally controls the shape of our society. And if it controls society, who controls the AI? A handful of programmers? A board of directors, beholden only to profit? We are ceding the most critical decisions about our collective future to proprietary systems we don't control, can't audit, and in many cases don't even understand. We are building a world where maybe, just maybe, we're no longer the ones in charge of our own future. So I'll ask you this. In a world where AI can replace bankers, clerks, and loan officers with terrifying efficiency, what happens when it comes for your job? Not just in finance, but law, journalism, medicine. What happens when the system decides you are no longer economically viable? What happens when you wake up one day and realize the last thing standing between you and survival isn't a person you can reason with? It's a line of code. A machine that cannot be reasoned with at all. That is the dark truth of digital lending, a shadow stretching far beyond the walls of any bank.